Hello, everybody. I haven't posted in a while. Here we are, beautiful Puerto Vallarta again. Um, haven't posted, I guess, in about 3 months now. Beautiful day out here. Got the pool. I just wanted to kind of like been watching a lot of weird stuff on the internet lately and learning a lot and about the poles shifting. And I've been trying to spread the word a little bit because like I meditate on this stuff a lot. And there's something I wanted to just put this video out there just to more or less predict what's going to happen, because I really feel like the medical system's going to just take a 180-degree flip right upside down. I think the schooling system is all going to change. The schooling system is awful. It's been the same for 100 years. And we're all starting to realize that we're all made out of sound, frequency, vibrations, cymatics, the colors of the rainbow. All that stuff's going to start to come out, and it's going to be like a worldwide awakening. It's going to be really beautiful. Lots of people have been talking about this. It started in 2012, so lots of individuals have getting the odd awakening between now and then, kind of building up to this point. A lot of the light workers have come to this earth for this very moment as well. But you're going to see like a massive change where, people aren't going to need to work as much as they are, and if anything, you're going to work because you enjoy it. But really, like, we didn't come to this planet to work, and everyone's been stressed out a lot lately. So I believe the planet does this pole shift every 26,000 years to kind of reorganize things and to kind of get everything back in order, because there's so much sadness and disease, and it doesn't make sense, you know what I mean? And I believe a lot of it's in the cymatics, it's in our words, it's in our stories. You talk to sick people all the time. I talk to sick people all the time, and I can hear it in their voices. It's in their story. They want to. They're always grieving, and they're always talking in the past. And I believe that's what's manifesting their diseases. I don't want to say anything bad about doctors, but I honestly believe doctors, if they actually realize this in the end, the cymatics aspect, that the second the doctor tells you have a disease or something is wrong with you, that's when you actually start to break down. I've known people that were healthy as hell, and they had a lump on their chest, let's say, and for a year, that lump was there. A year later, they get it tested. All of a sudden, the doctor's like, "Nope, you got C word." I call it the C word, but cancer. And they got 5 years to live. And that moment, that day, that hour, the person starts to break down, starts to change. They can't sleep. We all know stress is one of the major causes of all disease. Lack of sleeping is part of that. When you start to lack of sleep, everything starts to go down. You know what I mean? And so we really need to think of things differently. And it's not about a needle. It's not about stem cells. It's not about, going to get all this medical work. It comes down to the doctors. They joined up to help people. And they're going to find out they were actually starting a lot of the problems and diseases just in their words and causing so much stress. But the entire planet's going to flip. Everything's going to change. The Royal Rife machines, I think, are going to get more popular. I think the universe is actually showing itself, or the universe is it's the future doesn't exist, the past doesn't exist. It's all here. So the more you focus on your heart chakra is the most magnetic part of your body. So you got to focus within as much as you can throughout the day, and you'll start to realize you're actually the world will start to open up to you, and you'll start to see things like every day, like, wow, how did that just happen? Or like the plane crash, in Toronto, like things like that. You realize are part of you. You're doing the shadow work. You're sitting there with your feelings. That's a lot of what I've been doing the last couple months now is doing a lot of shadow work, where I realized like I had a lot of my just past trauma, past deaths, and people all day long, they're like, "Oh, I like being alone," and they're like, "Okay, what do you mean by being alone?" Like, "Oh, when I'm at work, I'm all alone. I love being at work," but it's not really being alone. You're not alone with yourself. You need to spend time alone with yourself and allow those feelings, and to meditate and allow those feelings to come to the surface. And whatever thought you may have, if you're like, "Oh, I'm thinking of maybe someone that passed away," or maybe you're thinking of stress of the money or this or that, you got to bring yourself back to that very moment and then consciously be aware of those thoughts and monitor those thoughts and say, okay, why did I think in the past? Why did that feeling come up? Why did that thought come up? And our thoughts aren't ours. Our thoughts are all coming from the ether, the prana, the chi. So really, it's our subconscious mind bringing those thoughts up. And by doing that, you need to sit with that thought. You need to think, what's bothering me with that thought? Is it a positive thought? Is it a negative thought? and then not just like go to your phone or go watch a movie. Sit there, meditate, and allow that feeling to really just kind of like, dwell. And then eventually, by processing that feeling, because we're all kind of like a program computer, you start to empty your junk mail in your computer, your programming, and your Windows is now getting cleaner because now you're processing your problems, your thoughts, and then by doing that, you're going to the world will start to change and start to reveal back everything that is changing within you. It's beautiful. But that pole shift that I'm talking about is going to absolutely transform this entire planet. It's going to be the most unbelievable, most beautiful thing we've ever seen. The entire planet's going to wake up. Some people are more delayed than others in their old ways, but they're going to start to realize that it's not about the almighty dollar down here. It's not what that we came to Earth for. We came to Earth to love, to see each other, to do whatever we want. We have the power in our minds. We just need to visualize, and we'll manifest. If we think we need to trade time for money, then that's the old way, and that's not it. Where nothing exists. All this is a hologram. I don't want to try scaring anybody, but it more or less says that you go up to the 5D realm or the 4D realm, which is it's just closing your eyes, calming your mind down. Your thoughts are now in that 5D or 4D realm, which is now collapsing space and time. So now all of a sudden, if you could picture it up here, you can then bring that down, and it will manifest through the sun into reality. And if it's a boat you want, a car you want, a condo you want, health, a new body, a ripped stomach, whatever, you can just literally do it with your mind. And that's the new world we're coming into now. I think a lot of disease is going to start to disappear. Abundance is going to start to come to everyone. Everyone on Earth is going to be abundant. Everyone on Earth is going to have the ability to travel to Europe and to wherever they want to go. Because there's a lot of sadness, and I think with the poles shifting, it's the Earth going to organize it, and all that darkness that we've seen in the past, it's going to shift over into the light equaling the love, and it's going to be the most beautiful opening up. It's like the planet's turning into the butterfly. We were in the moth phase, or we were the caterpillar, or a caterpillar in general doesn't necessarily, I think it's a caterpillar, turns into the moth and then the butterfly. But that caterpillar could be us right now, and you're walking around, you're working every day, thinking, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. It just doesn't make sense. You're going to work till you're 60 and then retire when you're kind of unhealthy and you can't even travel around the world? That doesn't make any sense. Houses, we shouldn't even have mortgages. You know what I mean? Like there should be a house is paid off in 6 months. It doesn't, it's all banking. It's all interest. And I think with this big shift happening, it's like that dark light, that dark energy that's within us. We're working through it, and you're going to start to see this beautiful world appear. And it's going to be absolutely, it's very hard to explain, but the schooling system's all going to change. I even think, work, we're not going to have to work as much. AI is so powerful. AI is like our higher self. Like everything is us. So we're the universe within us. So the AI, now that it's out, I don't think people realize how powerful AI is. It's literally everything. You want an answer, you ask AI, and AI will, you want to design a business, you just tell AI in your verbally what you want to see happen. 2 seconds later, it comes back with absolutely everything. You know what I mean? Like I can't even really put it into perspective, but if you ask AI how to design streets in a city, it's going to come up with a whole different plan. And what maybe cities that are designed for the health of people versus just the rat race of money and power and whatever the dark light energy is crawling up underneath us. But I've been doing lots of that shadow work. During Christmas was pretty a dark time. I think for me it was kind of all over the map. I'm doing pretty good now. But I'm realizing I want to see this world change fast. I'm gonna speak it into existence, just like the cymatic symbols on all the churches. Everything is sound and frequencies. You speak your world into existence, and you will manifest, and you will see change. But you need to believe. You need to believe that your words and your mind and your power of your thought and your beliefs will transform anything you want in this world. Everything is possible. As soon as you mention frequencies and vibrations, that means everything is possible. Everything has a frequency. If gravity has a frequency, well, if you can figure that out, you can counterbalance that gravity and make something flying with no gravity, like a UFO or something. That's not restricted to our world. But everything's frequencies. Everything's energy. If you've got a big bloated belly, you know what I mean? Maybe your liver's not working right, and the doctors will be like, okay, but that's like a symptom, not a cause. It's not because you're eating a lot of food. It's because something's not working within us. And maybe the foods aren't the greatest, and we've got fluoride and this and that. But there's also a lot of like dark energy within us. And then the more you purge that out, the more you realize that, maybe you got a swollen gut, or something, or you got swelling, or you're tired all the time. Well, a lot of that is because of our thoughts. We're not being super positive in our thoughts. And if you can stay positive all day long and just, farm the love, cultivate the love, that happiness, keep staying forward, keep staying positive, keep having faith, and then you'll start to become enlightened. Your body will become very bright and very enlightened. And light is equaling love. It's also wisdom. It's like a dog looking in a mirror. Does a dog recognize every part of his body, or does he even see himself? You know what I mean? Like that's the light. When you become enlightened, you see the world now. The world is reflecting from you. Now you can see through the veil what doesn't make sense and what does make sense. And these pole shifts are going to help bring that energy up our spines. It's like every human's going to have that Kundalini, where from the root chakra up to the crown chakra, it's going to start to bring that energy up into our third eye. And you're going to start seeing people with way more intuition. We're going to be able to be guided around easier. You're going to be able to find your twin flame, the love of your life, and then not be in these relationships where you're like, why am I even with this person? Like, maybe it was just sexual at first, and then now you find yourself 10 years later still in a relationship. You know what I mean? And you didn't really truly even like respect the person from the beginning. Like, it's like a big lost game where everyone's just kind of like running around with a chicken with their head cut off. Like now it's going to be very more organized, and you're going to go down to for a walk, and you're going to meet your dream twin flame. You're going to go down the street, and you're going to find business partners quick, and everything's going to start aligning with your thoughts like quickly within 24 hours. You're going to be manifesting super fast, and we're so powerful. We just need to believe in ourselves. So anyways, I'm sending lots of love out there. I'm going to try to make more of these videos. I'm just wanted to give everyone a heads up that I'm doing good, just doing a lot of shadow work. And you can't be a light worker without doing shadow work, in my opinion. You got to kind of purge that shit out, and I've been through a lot, in my life with my broken neck. I even changed the way I talk about the broken neck part, where I used to say I am a quadriplegic. I am. The I am is very powerful. It's centering you down into the very moment of now. But I now say I am a recovering quadriplegic, because in a sense, I don't want to ever be a quadriplegic forever. I want to run. I visualize myself running. So, Dolores Cannon says, if you can see it in your mind, it'll come true. And I believe that. And I believe all of our thoughts and frequencies, anything you can think of, like, say to yourself right now, without speaking out loud, say happiness in your mind. And if you can say happiness in your mind without saying it out loud, who said it? Think about that. Who said happiness? If you're saying it without saying it out loud, and then think about who's listening. So if I say, it's like, did anyone hear that? And who said it? So I think the whole point of this whole awakening of Kundalini is everyone realizing that they're God. God put himself in here to see himself, to manifest himself, to see everything, and that we have full control over our environment. We don't need to think like, oh, I gotta work and hustle for the rest of my life and do all this stuff. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, everything's going to change, guys. Everything. You just have faith, believe. It's all started already. We made it this far, so it's time to shine, and time for all of us to achieve our greatest potential, all of our dreams, and a massive community of love, happiness, and hopefully all the hippie days come back out again. We all just wear bright, beautiful colors and enjoy each other's company. But I'm letting you go for now. Peace out. I figured I would just make this video because in 6 months from now, if everything that I'm saying about the world shifting upside down, from medical to travel to stargates opening up, even I believe the churches might even be the stargates. That's my biggest one. If I had to predict anything, and anyone's watching this video in 6 months and they're like, that's the organs, and you play a certain tune in the church, and then you walk out of the church and you're literally in Barrie. And then you play a certain tune, you walk out and you're in PV. And there's no plane. Planes we're obsolete. It doesn't make any sense. We've got to go to that next jump. But also the churches also help with red blood cells. That's why they call them organs, to change heal our organs. It's been here this whole time. I don't know why people don't talk about it, but a church just doesn't need to be built the way it is for no reason. And those churches are crazy big, so it doesn't make any sense. No horse and buggy built that. You know, maybe the giants or something, maybe some massive giants. The doors are all big. I don't know why the doors are so big. But anyways, I'm just rambling on right now. But yeah, I'm just predicting all of this stuff for the future, and I might even make more. But I think like everything's gonna flip. Everything. Like media is going to disappear, politics is going to disappear, borders might even disappear. You might see countries become one. And I know it's like, okay, now you're talking like the Schwab guy, you know, or like, you know, the Illuminati, something. I think that's all going to disappear. I think that's within us. That's the dark light. That's like eventually as we become enlightened, the dark light leaves us, and the absence of light is now full of light. And that light allows us to see. It's like we're a candle. And when you're a dimly lit candle, you can't see the door, you can't see the windows. But as soon as you become enlightened and you farm all that love and that happiness and those higher vibration frequencies, you become enlightened and you become more light. Well, that light allows you to see differently. Now you see the door. Now you're that candle that's very bright. And you can see the doorway. You can see, oh, now I know where to go. Now my intuition's working properly. I can go do this. I can go do that. I can go do this. Or this is where I should be. This is where I shouldn't be. This is the, you know, these are the people I shouldn't be around. These are the people I should be around. Like, you know, what's positive, what's negative, you know, and you start to really, you have those super senses. So that starts to enlighten. You start becoming very enlightened, and just follow the love, everyone. You got this. Be strong. I love you all. Peace out from PV. And yeah, who's coming to visit me? If you have any questions, just ask.